Hi.
Hello.
We are back for a theory that we have not done in a while, but I found one regarding the thing is Hellas Hunt's father? And Hellas was a god. Spoiler warning for all those in Throne of Glass, was killed by Aelin.
I know, I'm trying to remember who Hellas is, to be honest. She asked me, and my phone is not working. Like, I know the name, but I'm trying to remember everything because it's been a while since I've read Throne of Glass. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So I'm like, I feel like I'm off on it. So I'm sure as she goes and reads, that might refresh.
It's pretty self-explanatory, this theory. I got it from Tumblr, and the user is Silver Lined Eyes.
Oh, we've used her quite a few times. Thank you, Silver Lined Eyes.
So she says, crack theory time is Hellas Hunt's father.
Please remind me who word Hellas.
So yeah, she kind of goes into a little detail of Hellas, like a little thing, but not much. So she says, okay, so this one is truly a crack theory, but hear me out. Warning, there are Throne of Glass and Crescent City spoilers in this post. So don't read if you don't want to be spoiled. So yeah, and I kind of said that before I talked about Hellas a minute ago. It's a spoiler warning. So I was talking to Off to Rivendell, who is another user that we've used.
We've used her or him too.
Yes. And she showed me this quote from Kingdom of Ash after Aelin kills the gods.
Okay, go on.
So I'm going to read a little snippet from the book here. They're gone. Elaid asked softly. Aelin nodded. She'd explain later. Explain it to all of them. God killer, that's what she was. A god killer. She didn't regret it, not one bit. Elaid asked Lorcan, do you feel any different? The lack of the gods who watched over them. Lorcan peered up at the trees overhead as if reading the answer in the entangled branches, as if searching for Hellas there. No, he admitted. What does it mean? Gavriel mused, the first rays of sun beginning to gild his golden hair. For them to be gone? Is there a hell realm whose throne now sits vacant? So then she says, the last line of this quote caught my eye. Is there a hell realm whose throne now sits vacant?
Most likely, yes.
So we know from various Throne of Glass books, and Hellas has his own realm. For example, here's another snippet from the book. Nesrin leaped off her ruck in an easy movement, her face grave as any pocket of Hellas's realm. Morath is 3 days away, possibly 4, she said breathlessly. And
another quote
from the
book.
They sailed through the darkness, the river below so black that they might as well have been drifting through Hellas's realm. So according to Rowan, Hellas and his consort Anieth traveled to the Throne of Glass world from another place. Hellas, god of, this is another quote, I'm sorry, from the book. Hellas, god of death, who had traveled here with Anieth, his consort. The hair on Dorian's arms rose. So she says, is it possible that Hellas split his time between 2 realms? Hell, which Aelin referred to as Hellas's realm, and
Ilaria.
Yeah,
I think that's how I always said it. I always said Ilaria, but I could be wrong.
Was Hellas a prince of hell? So how does this connect to Hunt? Well, when Bryce was talking to Apollyon, he told her that Hunt was bred to be receptive to our kind hell demons. So a quote from Crescent City. You spoke to Hunt before. Orion was bred to be receptive to our kind. Why do you think he is so adept to hunting us? But that is of no matter. This night I might appear to you as more than a vision. He reached out a hand and Bryce flinched as it touched her. Truly touched her. Ice so cold it ached. Hell is nearly ready to finish this war. Now, what blood might make Hunt receptive to Hell's demons, able to track them, and able to more easily communicate or connect with them? The blood of a Hell Prince, perhaps. And in the epilogue of House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City, Adis and Jessica have this conversation. Adis said at last, I think Athalar's father would have been proud. Sentimental of you. Adis shrugged as best his feline body would allow. Feel free to disagree, of course, he said, leaping off the bench. You knew the male best. His whiskers twitched as he angled his head. What of the library? Now, Adis says that Hunt's father would have been proud. He says this to Jessica. You knew the male best. This to me implies Hunt's father is dead, like Hellas is dead now. Yes. What if Hellas traveled to Illyria to watch over it and protect it from the Asteri as part of the rebellion intergalactic Asteri fighting team? If Hellas was watching over Illyria as part of the intergalactic Asteri fighting team, that explains why Adis says Jessica knew him best. And finally, when Adis meets Hunt for the first time, this fascinating exchange occurs. This one's kind of a long quote from the book. Adis smiled, looking him over again. A fallen warrior with the power of. Adis' groomed brows lifted in surprise. His blue opal eyes narrowed to slits, then simmered like the hottest flame. What are you doing with a black crown around your brow? Hunt didn't dare let his surprise at the question show. He never heard it called that before. A black crown, halo, witch ink, mark of shame, but never that. Adis looked between them now, carefully. He didn't bother to let Hunt answer his question before that awful smile returned. The 7 princes dwell in darkness and do not stir. We have no interest in your realm. I believe it if you and your brethren hadn't been rattling the Northern Rift for the past 2 decades, Hunt said, and if I hadn't been cleaning up after it. Adis sucked in a breath as if tasting the air on which Hunt's words had been delivered to him. You do realize that it might not be my people. The Northern Rift opens to other places, other realms, yes, but other planets as well. What is hell but a distant planet bound to yours by a ripple in space and time? So Silverline Eyes goes on to explain, Adis recognizes some power in Hunt that truly surprises him. And he then asks what Hunt is doing with a black crown on his head. Is it possible that Adis recognizes here that Hunt is the child of a Hell Prince? And the black crown reference is related to that. And finally, at the end of this passage, Adis tells Bryce and Hunt that Hell is another realm bound to Midgard by a ripple in space and time. Why couldn't it be bound to similarly to Illyria? Is that how you say it?
I say it that way.
As well. So it is possible that Hellas was a prince of hell that was somehow bred with an angel by Asteri to create Hunt. And like Adis travels to Midgard and seems to watch over it, Hellas did the same with Illyria until Aelin killed him. I'm not sure how the Asteri would have gotten hold of him to breed him with Hunt's mother, and then how Hellas would have somehow gotten free again. Maybe the Asteri tortured and then released him to avoid war with Hell, or maybe someone helped him escape. But it's interesting to think about.
Yeah. So okay, just give me a reminder. I can't remember off my right now. Hunt did not know his father?
No, he didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, he just knew his mother.
I know
and,
there's
he
a lot of
her, but I was trying to remember. Hunt did not know.
No, and I know there's a lot of speculation. I've read other theories like who is Hunt's father, and I know we don't know that.
And there's probably more theories on who Hunt's father could be.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, because I do think they're going to be connecting Thorn of Glass into this as well. Like,
Yes.
I'm assuming we're going to start to get it possibly in the next book, to be honest, or really soon after. I think all of them are going to collide. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just very interesting because I still want to hear what other people think on. It's kind of like with Nyx. Everyone has like, who is Nyx? Is Rune and Reese connected? And I've heard a lot on Nyx. That's what I meant to say. Nyx, like, is Nyx the father of Rune?
Yeah,
I've heard, you know, like, there's so many things. So I'm like, is Nyx also a connecting piece somehow to these worlds? Then we have Hunt, because we've heard a lot of like, who is Hunt's father? And I think I need more before I can say how I personally feel.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to hear more of the theories out there. Like, I feel like we were pretty set in stone. Like, okay, when it comes to our ships, on if we want Gwen or Elaine, we know enough information that we can give what we feel is going to be. I do not feel I have enough yet to even give any opinions on. Yeah. Is it, Hellas? Is it like, I need more. So I guess we're gonna have to keep finding who else is Hunt, because I think we've heard other people that I think are Hunt's father too.
I think we still have a lot to learn about Hunt. He's very mysterious, and he
is. If you really think about it, right. We did get glimpses. Obviously, we know a little bit of his mother. We know how he grew up and all that, but we don't have a lot. Because you're right, he's not one that's like Bryce is just tells you everything, where he is a little bit more reserved. He doesn't he's like a real person. He is a little bit more quiet in these things. I mean, he is opening up, but we don't know that much yet.
Well, this person responded to this post saying Hunt's mysterious paternity was mentioned too many times for it not to be important. And I agree.
I agree with that too. I do agree.
We've always said Sarah puts things in her books, little crumbles, as you would say, of future things that, will be talked about or about somebody. And I agree with that. I think it will come up, and I think whoever his father is, is rather important.
I agree. I agree with that. And the same thing, like, I think with the whole Rune, Reese, and Nyx, I think it's going to be something big.
Yeah. And then this person said, I was wondering if Hellas wore a crown like that when he ruled in hell, and if the Asteri gave Hunt that slave crown on purpose to mock where Hunt came from. Possible. That's a good theory. And then someone else said, sorry, my eyebrow has been itching, and I don't want to wipe my eyebrows. So I just do this. So sorry.
If we rub too hard, they go away.
Yeah. And it's nighttime here, so we got off of work not too long ago. Then this person responded with, I like this too. Maybe that would mean Hunt would keep his crown, but learn how to break the suppression spell. Maybe that would happen in the crossover with a couple of the curse breakers running around ACOTAR. So I was like, oh, this is an interesting theory, because I have kind of wondered, like, oh, well, who is Hunt's father? I mean, it hasn't been
I think more people are trying to figure out Reese and Rune.
Yes, right yes. So, I mean, we're still trying to figure out Reese and Rune. But yes, so I don't know. I thought that was a good little theory. It has a lot of plausible.
I just can't wait to hear more. And that's a great thing, is a lot more people are finishing this book by now. I know, like, the die-hard Sarah J. Maas fans have already read it, but more and more people are finishing it, or don't, like, we know people that it takes them forever to read a book. So, like, are still reading it or just going to be done. So the more people that finish it, we're going to get more and more theories, because we can't do them ourselves. So we're going to get more and more that I think we'll start getting to have more opinions soon with what we hear.
Yeah.
When it starts making more sense to us.
Yes.
Sorry, I feel like I'm like...
It's nighttime. Yeah, I mean...
I didn't really do my hair. I didn't really do my makeup today. I'm just a hot mess. We have to film 3 because I'm leaving out of town this weekend for Memorial. And I'm just going to be wearing the same thing. So excuse us. We have 3 videos to film to get through.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of our theory about this? about Hunt's father, who possibly, if Hellas is possibly Hunt's father, maybe. So leave us what you think below, and we love to hear and read it. So, but yeah,
I think that's it. This is a short one.
It is a short one.
16 minutes so far, and you haven't even edited it, so it'll probably be shorter.
There are some things I need to edit. So yeah.
Anyways,
we hope you enjoy it.
Yes, please subscribe and like, and we will see you again very soon.